such a good mood. I'll get to why in a minute. But, so I haven't seen my therapist in 3 weeks because I have nothing new to say most of the time. But, she asked me how I've been, and I told her that I saw the doctor last Wednesday on the 1st. And, everybody spiritually awake would riot about this. But, I just couldn't stop crying. I'm like, dude, I am having such a hard time with the spiritual awakening stuff that I went through. That's just kind of how I present it. And, I said, I'm having such a hard time with how it blew my life apart. And, you know, now I have almost 20 years experience in restaurants, and probably not too many of my references that will vouch for me anymore. And, you know, having to apply for disability in desperation because I have 2 kids, and this spiritual stuff literally can just sneak up on you. And, yeah, it blew my life up. And, I definitely want put on some kind of medication as a crutch, because how can I get my energy and my vibes up and keep my frequency up when I am just a person here, and I'm sincerely sad. My problem started whenever they quarantined us for COVID. I mean, that blew up so many lives. It wasn't just mine. But I was so damn depressed being put out of work like that. I'm a workhorse. And now it's just like the saddest thing in the world. I need a crutch. So I had him put me on a very low grade mood stabilizer, because if you've been following my videos, it's been a shit show. It's been a shit show. And I don't know anybody who wakes up and is not pissed. And I've been going through it on camera, because it's not easy. It's not easy to get past your ego. It's not easy to get past this programming. And it's not easy to accept the fact that these religions aren't right. And I need a crutch, just for a little while. So I told her about that, and how I literally spend a lot of time crying because of what I've been through, and because of what other people like me have been through, and because of what other people who have no clue what is going on spiritually, which is basically an understanding of the real ancient past, these extraterrestrials, and our souls. It's energy. And so yeah, I was talking to her about that, and I told her about how, I mean, I just can't sleep. And Friday night, I was just like, you know what? I literally have fallen down quite a few times in my life. My kids always see me get back up. And my family is fully supportive of me just tapping out, and kind of wants me to. And I don't blame them. But no, I built a resume and mass applied to a bunch of different high-end restaurants because that's what I do. I started in diners and smaller restaurants, and I have worked my way up to better ones. And I applied to a bunch in Pittsburgh so that hopefully I don't too often run into people I know. And I know it's where the money is. And I applied to a bunch of them that I don't think wakes and baby showers are going to be things. Because I'm not joking. One more Catholic priest talks to me like I'm a piece of shit because I don't want to give him 7 Manhattans. Can't do it. And so I told her about that. She was like, have you heard back? And I'm like, no, it was on Friday night. So obviously with the weekend, these places are busy. And, you know, so I totally expect to not hear back right away. But, I'm very good in an interview, and I'm really good at my job. I'm so good with customers. I really am. And everybody I've ever worked with, for the most part, it's like, you are literally a pleasure to work with. Your energy is great. You hold the squad up, and I do. But if somebody's gonna scream in my face, better back the fuck up. Talk to me like that. I wouldn't talk to you like that. Don't fucking talk to me like that. So, balance. And, I got out of there and I checked my email, and I got an email and I got a text message about, setting up interviews. So I'm really excited about that. And literally, these restaurants are so hard up for employees right now. I don't even know if they're going to be checking references, but if you want to, go ahead. And I've been real big on this Danica Patrick podcast. She has a lot of guests on there. It's all spiritual stuff. She has a lot of really good guests on that show, and she is a really, really good interviewer. I really, really like this podcast. And it's funny because she had this one chick on there, and they were talking about zodiac signs that they don't like. And they were both like, we don't like Scorpios the most because they're so secretive and they're bitches. And I'm like, it's true. Scorpios or something. So, I've never met a secretive Scorpio. Scorpios that I've met tend to be like me, where they're like, they just throw all of their shit out on the line, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. So, I thought that was super funny. But, yeah, if you want to check my references, go ahead. But, hopefully, I can just go interview well and, give working another go, because that's part of the reason why I straight up was just like, give me medication. I need something. What in the hell? Rock? But, I talked to her about how it's a really big bummer seeing, anybody spiritual being called a cult leader or a conspiracy theorist. But when you look at religions, and you see how they control the narrative, and you see how they're waiting for the definition of cult-like things to happen. I mean, are the only ones out here talking about anything of import, really, to me. And they're the only ones sincerely trying to help the collective. And, again, to me, I'm just mass grabbing everybody who I think is talking about shit that's worth mentioning. If you don't take the proper steps and start small, like with Dolores Cannon, and very reputable people like Paul Wallace, who was a preacher for like 30 years before he understood the truth, and Mauro Bellino. I mean, there are so many people out there who came from religious backgrounds. Mauro Bellino was a biblical interpreter, and he is like, hey guys, no, there's a lot of discrepancies here. And then whenever you add the emerald tablets and you add the Sumerian tablets and everything that's been removed and everything that's been hidden, and then you look at the 50 some miles of Vatican archives that are hidden, I mean, it makes sense. And I mean, it literally makes sense. And it sucks because every religion has points. I read comments all the time, and it's really shitty. These Christians literally shit on every religion but their own. So do these Muslims. These religions do not even think, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of these religious people not only don't know shit about their religion other than, this is who we follow, this is Lord God, but they look at each other's religions like they're all full of shit when they all have points. Mind-blowing. And then it's not good enough for religious people to attack other people's religions. Then they're attacking the spiritual community. And this is why I'm pissed off about people in Christo's Avatar chat groups clapping people away and pissing them off. And the spiritual community is not supposed to be chasing away freshly awakening people, or people who are starting to ascend, or people who have been labeled all of these things who are now absolutely understanding because of the light codes that have been coming in. This is actually not all mental disorders. This looks very much so like something called spirituality. Mind-blowing. But yeah, I'm super excited. I feel like a breath of fresh air has been breathed into me, because I literally can't stand not working. And for as long as the West is going to pretend like it's not collapsing, I'll play pretend. I'll go back to work for a little while. Hopefully turn some money into gold and silver when all this monopoly money that they're printing off the press, millions of dollars of probably second anymore, when it all collapses, because it is. Yeah. Backed by nothing. That shit ain't backed by gold. That shit ain't backed by nothing. Bunch of false hope and tears. But I am on a bunch of different websites, bunch of people's YouTubes, bunch of people's Facebooks, and talking about different people, and I'm in the comments going, hey, if you're into that person, why don't you check out these other 5 people? Oh, you're into that scene. Why don't you check out these 5 people who were saying things that are similar to them? And then I'll pepper in people like Fabian and pepper in more advanced spiritual knowledge to kick around. And, yeah, I've even got clapped at for that. Like, it's called free will. People, I understand, some people are like, hey, we're talking about this stuff. And if you don't want to talk about all this stuff, and if you want to promote other spiritual information, don't come on here. And I'm like, okay, bye. There's too much. There is too much information out there that nobody has a clue about. And I'm out here just trying to go, hey, God's the source. We're all it. And all of these people have done the footwork for you. Why don't you check them out? You ride my ass. Pull my hair, buddy. I'm sick of it. I really, really hope that one of these interviews goes well, and I can just see it. Like, if I'm able to get a job here soon, you have to train for a little while. You don't make tips. That's fine. I can literally see it now. The first day of me making money again, I'm gonna fucking cry. Like, I'm literally gonna be so happy that I fucking cry. Because I'm not meant. Nobody's meant to have to rely on this fucking government like this. This is sickening. Super sickening. And I really do. I hope that whoever I get to hypnotize me will let me bring out a camcorder and record it. I'll put that shit right on my YouTube. This seems to be the way to figuring out what's actually going on with you. A lot of spiritually awake people out there, like the alchemist, Sarah, Nicole, talking about after she had her awakening and she did what she did, she found out that she had some bad scars from Lemuria, from Moon, and had a lot of soul healing she needed to do from that specific time period. Literally, that's what the truth looks like. Looks like we've all just been living over and over again, accruing new trauma, and we need spiritual help. And I'm seeing a mental doctor. This shit fucked my mind up so bad. And I'm literally trying to dust my knees off and get the fuck back up. And I really hope, I'm literally rooting for everybody to get spiritual help and save yourself this rat race. It's rough. Oh, hi, garbage men. They're so nice to me. They take back my garbage cans. Boop, boop. So nice. But, yeah, okay. I'm home. Haha, bye.